watching the Falcons' veteran linebacker. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Falcons and the Jags, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this the first of our international series this year, the Falcons and Jaguars. The Jags, of course, no stranger to these London games. They're a fixture in these parts due to the presence of their owner, Shad Khan.
Add in the fact that they're going to be the first team ever to go back-to-back here in England. They play the Bills next week, so a very interesting time for this franchise. Not only are they Duval's team, but they're also the UK's team as well.
All set for the first of 5 international games this season. The Falcons and Jags underway from London. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time. And they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft. In his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zane Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. Lawrence going to throw again. A short throw to Ingram. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Etienne. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. throw left side, complete to Ingram. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. The kick by McManus is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his 2nd season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. The Falcons are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Back to throw, Ridder. And that'll be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Falcons! Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Down the right sideline. He's across midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week.
20 carries,
71 yards and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Here's Lawrence.
and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Lawrence on 3rd down. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
This complete to Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Etienne up the middle.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Lawrence will throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to move back in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Josh Allen from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
4 seasons in the league, and even with the addition of the #1 overall pick to his defense last year, Allen remained the face of the Jaguars pass rush. Again, led his team with 7 sacks and a career-high 4 forced fumbles.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ritter now.
That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. That's out quickly to London. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. Robinson up the middle.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Ritter to throw it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here.
A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
The Jaguars on 3rd down.
They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's got Pierce.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
And his throw here is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Able to drop the hammer. He just dropped the pass. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
The injury on the play, and that's the last player you want to see hurting. The quarterback, Desmond Ridder. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
To throw is Heineke.
Steps away to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Into the hands of London.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
London moved the chain, something he did 48 times as a rookie last season. First receiver taken in 2022 draft, finished with almost 900 yards in the league's second worst passing offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
First down, Heineke.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. Then 2nd down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Heineke's throw complete to Hollins.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
A first down throw for Heineke. Got a man. It's London.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And they'll throw again. Heineke.
Flush to his right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Heineke
looking left side and has got a man. That's Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
Heineke now.
Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Taylor Heineke
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Heineke going to lead the Falcons up now 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
They trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Heineke.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Third and short yardage. Heineke.
Well, he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On the return, here's Agnew. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. A short throw to Ingram.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Lawrence.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
The Jags' new kicker for 2023, Brandon McManus, on for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by McManus is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
Cordell Patterson. Past midfield, look out. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence running right on the option.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Now Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Heineke.
On the right side, this is Miller. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Robinson on a give right side.
Stiff-armed him. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They'll run with Patterson.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Taylor Heineke
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. A short throw to Ingram.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be Falcon football. Heineke going to lead the Falcons up now 1st and 10.
At the 20.
Now Patterson to start the drive.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles? Touchdown, Falcons!
Mac Hollins,
66 yards.
and the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
To return, here's Agnew.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now Lawrence on 1st down. A short throw to Ingram.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Brandon. I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Here's Heineke. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Heineke. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Heineke's throw taken in by London. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
A give left side to Robinson.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there, is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Coup for the extra point.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence will throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Now Heineke. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he's down to the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Heineke.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Robinson.
Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. 1st down. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here. Know that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Falcons, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile for